So, today's Monday, and I thought I would make a video on something that's very viral, very important, and very heartwarming, and very touching, and all kinds of things, at least for me. It means a lot for me. I don't know if you guys are aware of the story that went viral of the little girl. Her name is Ryland Whittington, and she's 6 years old. And as she grew up, as she started getting older, well, even when she was like a baby, until like 1-2 years old, when she started talking, she was calling herself a little boy. And she would say, you know, this is my sister, and I'm her brother. So the family posted a video about her and her story, about how they decided to let her transition to a boy. It's just really, really sad because there's so much controversy about this story and about what the family did for their child. And I personally think that what they did for their child is absolutely incredible and absolutely just amazing and so, so, so supportive. Here you have a child that's very young who is now 6 years old, and she called herself a boy. And you know, they would put her in girls' clothes, but she didn't feel comfortable. You know, she wanted to wear boys' clothes, and she always dressed up as, like, boy, you know, characters, or like Spider-Man or whatnot for Halloween, and I think that that's awesome, first of all. You know, if you have a young child, and she's sitting there saying, I'm a boy, she obviously is not comfortable in her skin. She obviously is not comfortable. She feels like she is a boy, and that would be, you know, you're transgender. And people keep saying, well, maybe it's a phase, and that's what the parents maybe thought. That maybe it was just a phase, and, you know, Ryland was just being tomboyish, quote unquote, and then it would go away. Come to find out, it didn't. It just got worse. And Ryland said in a story, or in the video, and in the article, that when her family dies, I quote her, she said, when my family dies, I will cut my hair off so I can become a boy. That to me just, like, breaks my heart into a billion pieces, because hearing a little girl say that when her family dies, she's going to cut her hair so she could be who she wants to be is just so upsetting, you know, because she should be who she wants to be, just like her parents let her. And I absolutely 120% applaud that family, her parents, for doing what they did for their child. So now Ryland identifies as a boy. They told the family, you know, about the transition, and I guess a lot of them were accepting, and some of them in the family weren't, and they didn't understand. But really what matters is this boy's life, you know, and what matters for him, and what makes him happy, not anyone else. You know, there's so many different stories about, or there's so many different sides of people's stories of how they see this little boy's story. And the way I see it, it's not affecting you, you know what I'm saying, by that family, by those parents letting their daughter become a boy, become a son, has no bearing on me, you, my neighbor across the street. It shouldn't matter. And I think it's amazing. I think that we need more families like that. you know, definitely more families that accept their children and let their children be who they want to be. You know, by those parents letting this child dress like a boy and act like a boy and do what he wants to do is in the child's best interest. And that's what the parents were doing. You know, they were doing it for their child. When Ryland would dress as a girl, she was very unhappy and very sad. And you could see it in the pictures. You could see that she was just very, very upset. And when she was dressed like a boy, she was so happy. And she would always keep saying, I'm a boy, I'm her brother, you know, and other things. And I just think that people keep saying, can a 6-year-old really truly be a transgender, you know, or is that too young? And, you know, they took Ryland to a gender specialist to see if it was just a phase, you know, because boys do play with girls' dolls and girls do play with cars. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay or that they're transgender. So that's what they wanted to make sure that this wasn't just Ryland having a phase. And come to find out, it wasn't, you know. And I'm just so happy for Ryland that he can finally be who he wants to be and be, you know, be proud of who he is and have his family accept him and love him. He has a sister, and in the video that they posted, they show Ryland in the bathtub with his sister. And he says, my name is Ryland, and I don't remember the exact words, but he's like, I'm her brother. And at the end of the video, he spoke at a conference and talked about being a transgendered kid and that he's never ever been happier ever in his entire life until now. And a lot of people are probably thinking he's only 6, but, you know, I knew when I was young that there was something not right with me. I hate to say not right because I'm just as normal as anybody else. But I knew at a young age that I didn't like boys, but I didn't know why. Now, that's not really the case so far as we know with Ryland. I mean, yes, she is going to be a boy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, she's going to date other girls or, you know, we don't know. I mean, she's way too young. He's too young. And time will tell, you know, and if he wants to date girls, then that's fine. If he wants to date boys, then that's fine too. That does not affect you. It does not affect me. And I'm just honestly happy for him. And I'm just so glad that his family did this for him. That's just so awesome. You know, it's going to save him from being depressed and, you know, either that or committing suicide down the road when he gets older. You know, it's good to feel accepted, and it's good to be who you are and be accepted for who you are without any issues or whatnot. So I think that, you know, with Ryland being a boy, like you said, he's happy now, and that's all that matters, is what he wants for his life. Not for you, not for me, but for him. So I generally say to everybody that is talking about this topic, really think about it. I mean, a lot of people keep saying, I would never do that to my child. You know, that they shouldn't do that. They should have waited and whatnot until the child got older, you know, to make that decision. But if you watch the video from a very young age, she thought that she was a boy. So in her mind, in her brain, something was telling her that she was a boy. You know, just because she doesn't look that way on the outside, that doesn't mean anything, you know. You know, like, it bothers me because people look at me automatically and they think, oh, she's a butch or she's a dyke, or is that a boy or is that a girl? And if you honestly really look at me, I do not look anything like a boy, okay? I have extremely girlish features. My face, my bone structure, I mean, unless I had tons of money and I got plastic surgery, then awesome. But no, these are my born bone structure. And, you know, just because I have short hair and tattoos and piercings does not make me a butch or manly man. I mean, so many people come and watch my videos, and the first thing that they'll say to me is, oh my God, I didn't think that your voice was going to sound that way. Because they automatically think, because of the way I look, that I'm going to sound like super, super deep and like macho. And I'm not. Like, if you really knew me in real life, and not just behind a computer screen or a laptop or an iPad, whatever you're on, you wouldn't see that I'm very feminine in a lot of ways. I dress in boy clothes because I find them to be more comfortable. I have tattoos because I find them to be very artistic and a way for me to show who I am in my stories through art on my body. I have short hair because it's easier to do and it's more, I feel more free with it, you know? But I shouldn't have to sit here and explain this all to you, because it really doesn't, in the end, it doesn't matter. It's my life. Do I care if you cut your hair? No. Do I care if you are a girl wearing boys' clothes? No. It doesn't affect me one bit. And if I was if I honestly dressed in girlish clothes and had long hair and was still a lesbian, I think I would be more accepted because I don't, quote unquote, look like a girl, I guess. You know? And it just sucks. It's really upsetting. Because there's a lot of videos on YouTube that are made by lesbians. And because they look extremely girlish, people watch their videos because they don't look, quote unquote, like a boy. But I am who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I love who I am. And I'm accepted by everybody that loves me. And that's all that matters to me. So whether or not you accept me, it doesn't matter. I know who my true followers and stuff are. So I put my story out there to help other people. And you can either accept me or not accept me. But in the end, at the end of the day, your opinion does not matter to me. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know, if you guys want to watch Ryland's story, I will put the link in the down bar below. Check it out. It's got over 3 million views already. And it was posted on May 27th, I believe. So go check it out. It's an amazing story. It will have you crying within 30 seconds. I was crying within 30 seconds of it. Ryland is such a handsome boy. Just so heartbreaking and such a wonderful story. Please go check it out and support them. And you can say that I sent you. And be cool, be kind, don't judge. I love you guys so much. Peace and love. And until next time, stand tall.